when I do the countdown, I get in trouble. I'm sitting here with my countdown like 5, 4, 3, 2, and then the FBI comes knocking at my door.
What is it you pray for?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Greetings, salutations, and welcome to the 136th episode of Abyssal Musings. My name is Samuel the Infamous, and joining me as always is nope, not doing this. Not doing this. Hi, Abe, how you doing?
Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Skipping right past that, Larry. How you doing, Larry? Nothing.
What's going on? I'm doing great. What's going on, everybody?
Everybody.
Yeah. Sorry we're late, folks. Had some stuff to discuss backstage. Took a little longer than we thought, but we are here. We're live on Twix, YouTube, and Rumble. So if you're in any of those places, please do drop a comment in the chat so we know you're here. That said, welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Might be kind of a loose one tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a loose one tonight. I see we got who we got? I see we got. You guys were late. No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were a little late.
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe just a few seconds.
Yeah.
Multiples of seconds, yes.
Right. Many seconds.
Many multiples.
Well, the original schedule was well, for me it was 11:40, and
yeah, I just put it 11:40. It's 11:40 your time. It was 9:40 my time. I only put that in because I figured we were going to start later than 9:30 anyway, as we've been doing.
Yeah, I was like we've pretty kind of been starting out at 11:45 my time, so
which is late.
And you're what? I'm in trouble. You took me out of the adventure. I didn't take you out of the Ariel pissed off at me for it.
Yeah, she's
do that.
She kind of got on me about that on some other streams too. And I was like, no,
did that.
It's just the way that the AI crumbles, I guess. I don't know. But let's
oh, Jesus. Larry's not in charge of all AI, you know.
Greet the chat here. First up, we got Beak. Hi, Beak. Good to see you. We have Kohai hopping in. Good to see you too. Jacob Gallows with us. Hello. And obviously Ariel Ballet. We also have Old Blindy with us. Old Blindy's been hanging out with me on the game streams lately. So, making fun of me, all that shit. Speaking of which, yeah, I've been doing a lot of that lately.
Yeah. Lies of P, right?
It's fucking addictive, man. I can't seem to put it down.
Nice.
Let's jeez. I mean, there's catering to their audience and then there's straight up pandering.
Yeah, well, they can't whinge at Larry anymore. Like, that's as direct as you can possibly get. There you go.
Union of mystery.
Done.
See what it says? Got it. Ariel Ballet is now officially added to sanction. She is no longer mad at you, probably.
Okay, now.
I kind of hate this thing a little
damn
bit.
Damn
it. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, it added some details. Let's see. Roll. And got her down pat. Chaotic neutral. Stylish enforcer from a forgotten war between sound and gravity. Formerly underemployed as Amira's blood carrier, now seeking her own path. Travels by pirouetting through dimensions, usually leaving glitter, shrieking birds, or rent receipts in her wake.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Stats: Vitality 4, Weirdness 6, Charm 5, Tech 2. Sound cut: a sharp pirouette, whatever the hell that's called, slices through space, enemies, and or awkward silence. Glitter phase: can phase in and out of reality once per encounter, often leaving behind dangerous glitter. Mood tornado: a spontaneous whirl of emotional energy that disorients foes and sometimes friends.
That's accurate.
Nice.
Is in your party, you may roll a failed charm or weird check once per scene, but she demands compliments afterwards.
Also accurate.
Sweet.
Hey, Lepo, good to see you, man.
So, I'll just hop right into it. So tonight's plan really was, honestly, I was looking forward to more conversation this week. I did kind of jump into a topic, and it's because of something that I saw. Now, Abe, you're European, so you probably know more about this than I do.
Oh, I wouldn't call him that.
Well, the accent, okay, maybe, unless you're you're Australian.
No.
The British have a thing about being called European.
Okay, that's
We're
right.
not like them. Okay.
I forgot about Brexit. Sorry about that.
They are not our people.
Well, what I was watching something earlier, right? And I mean, of course, everybody knows who the Knights Templar is, but
Yeah.
I didn't know about what's that guy's name? The what is that? What is that dude's name? And of course, it didn't keep what I looked up. Let me see. I didn't know about the curse of Jacques de Molay.
Oh, okay.
This sounds painfully French.
It is painfully French.
So you guys are familiar with the Freemasons?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and like they've got Masonic temples all over the place. Do you guys also know about the Demolay Society?
No.
Okay, so essentially it's like a boys club or a youth group or something like that for the children of the Masons, and it's named after this guy.
Yeah.
Okay, but what about the curse, though, Sam?
Well, I don't know much about that. I just know that, I mean, like, I've heard his name.
You don't know about the curse?
Times. No, I don't know that much about individual Templars.
He was the last leader of the Templars. It was disbanded after they roasted him.
Officially, sure, no, but they're still around, dude.
Well, we know that, but I mean, as far as them being what they were,
sure.
Jacques was the last guy. But what I found interesting was the curse that he laid out as he was being turned into bacon. And it was basically so what I was reading is I think it's King Philip, the king that was running France at the time. So he was in debt to the Templars. Like he owed them a ton of money. And he was trying to figure out how to get out from underneath that money. And plus, support for the Crusades was kind of dwindling down. People were getting tired of running around trying to save the world through through impaling people with swords and stuff. And so he was like, okay, well, I owe these fools money, so I'm just gonna rob them and find a way to throw them in prison and basically I'm gonna call them heretics, which is what he did. So the knights went out, did their thing, come back. They're at their homes, they're in their individual properties, minding their own business. And all of a sudden, they look up and there's French soldiers there to arrest them, calling them heretics. Right? And King Philip and the cardinal or whoever was there, the religious leader that was there.
What year was this?
This was, let's see, one of the dates is March 18th, 1314.
Okay, so I think
Yeah.
that was before the Vatican moved its
Okay.
seat of power to Paris. So the Pope still would have been in Rome. So yeah, it would have been a cardinal who was in charge in France at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it
Mhm.
says the whole thing began in 1129.
Yeah.
Oh, proper old school.
Yeah. So, matter of fact, let me throw up a visual so at least you guys can see what I'm kind of looking at. Um, but yeah, so he just decided he was like, well, we're gonna rob his ass. we gonna rob this. I'm gonna rob this dude, and
It's a,
I'm just gonna take all his I'm gonna take all his money, because I owe them money, so I'm just gonna rob him. And
Yep.
so he did, threw them all in jail, him and the freaking cardinal. And I'm trying to get to the good part.
How many fucking adverts are on this site?
all
Oh
of them,
man,
all the adverts.
yep.
Jesus.
I mean, just swimming in it. Um, where is it? Here it is. The King of France, Philip the Fourth, decided, or the sixth, whichever, no, fourth, decided to borrow money from the order, believing he could do so without limits. So he thought he could just keep taking money from them, and they weren't going to say anything, and he wasn't going to have to pay it back. But I guess at some point he found out that wasn't the case. Says the Templars were good at money management, but when they lent it to somebody, they expected to receive repayment. So when the king found out he had to pay them back, that's when he came up with this plan to do what he did to them. That was the beginning of the end for the Templars. Philip the Fourth of France didn't mean to pay back
Lieutenant?
his deep debt to the order. In place of giving the money back to the Templars, he decided to take advantage of the situation. He asked for the support of Pope Clement V, and in 1307, many members of the order were arrested in France. The nightmare of the
Yeah.
tortures to receive false confessions proved that the Templars collaborated with the devil began. De Molay was also dissolved of his duties by the order of Pope Clement V in 1307.
Yeah, you got to fuck up pretty bad for the Pope himself to actually get involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is that they didn't do anything wrong. The Pope was lying. The Pope was helping the king,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, there were
or
also
unless he
corrupt
believed
popes.
with the. Sorry. Go ahead.
There were also corrupt popes. I don't know about this particular pope because, like, I don't know all the popes, but there have been one or two who were spectacularly corrupt and a few who were outright evil.
One or two?
I mean, I'm estimating.
Mm-hmm.
And see, and then you look at this photo, and this is messed up, man. I mean, they could at least put some pepper or some sea salt on them, something.
I know, right?
Just come
How are you
roast
going to
with
do this shit with no seasoning?
no
Come on.
seasoning, dude. I mean, no seasoning at all. They're gonna taste bland.
I'd understand if they were English, right? But they're not.
Mm-hmm. We just throw some curry powder on it because that's our solution to everything. That's seasoning for all occasions.
Bunch of French dudes, so they didn't put their wee-wees on a stick and they making s'mores out of them.
No, they were just doing that. They were getting those sent to them in like cases, like candy bars and shit. But from Spain, from Torquemada's people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. Due to the orders of Philip IV, the tortures of the Templars were completed. Why is this?
It's a thing now. Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
So they were tortured by the medieval Inquisition, gave false confessions to stop their suffering. Nevertheless, the brave Grand Master retracted his confession. So as soon as they stopped torturing Jacques, he recanted his confession, and that's what pissed off Philip. Philip decided to burn him on the island, and from the. It says he decided to burn him on the island, that's got to be a typo, of the Cathedral of Notre Dame in Paris.
So,
wow,
You'd think that this would have been like an early sign for the people in charge that torture doesn't fucking work.
You would have
Right?
hoped so, yeah.
If he comes around, he turns right around. So this, when they stop fucking doing it to him, he's like, "No, I was just saying that so you'd stop."
Yeah. Yep.
Well, that's why the king was
Message-
like, "Oh yeah,
Message not received.
exactly."
Right.
After 7 long years, Jacques de Molay ended the daily pain of tortures, and the cardinals agreed upon the death sentence for him. According to eyewitnesses of the execution, de Molay showed no sign of fear, and he tried not to show pain during his slow death on the burning stake. Most of the pyres were prepared in such a way that the victims would die quickly. However, in the case of de Molay, they prepared a pyre which would burn slowly. Before he died, he made his voice heard loudly once more. The result of the speech may have led the king and cardinals to regret now allowing him to die within a few minutes, like the other knights, a curse which scared all of Europe. While burning on the pyre, de Molay cursed King Philip France, his descendants, Pope Clement V, and anyone else who supported his death. De Molay said that within a year and a day, Clement V and Philip IV would die. He also said Philip's bloodline would reign in France no more. And it happened as de Molay wished for. And the death came to Clement first. He lost a battle with a damaging disease on April 20th, 1314, shortly after the Pope. Philip died of a stroke while hunting. A tragic death was also the destiny for all of Philip's successors between 1314 and 1328. All three sons and grandsons of the French king died. Within 14 years from the death of de Molay, the House of Cape no longer existed after it had stood for 300 years. Yeah, and the Pope died a month after they cooked him at the stake.
Yeah,
the Pope died a month later.
So this is not an entirely unusual thing for people who were butchered by the church at the time, especially later on when they start getting accused of like heresy and witchery and all that stuff. They would occasionally, through the screams of pain and the smell of burning flesh, curse the people who were present. And a lot of times those people took it to heart. The thing about curses is that sometimes they don't have to be real. Sometimes it's 100% psychosomatic, but if they plant that seed in your mind that it might be real, like shit's going to go a certain way because you're going to sort of will it to go a certain way, even unconsciously. So I'd suspect that probably has something to do with it.
This was another reason why the Church of England was founded as well. It wasn't just because, and I say this not just because, because it most certainly was a part of Henry VIII wanting to get his end away with as many bitches as possible.
And then killing them afterwards.
Yeah. But we also got really fucking tired of Europe's bullshit.
Right. Well, to be fair, Larry, like Henry VIII was only killing his wives because the Catholic Church wouldn't let him divorce them. That's why the Anglicans are so big on the whole divorce thing, because otherwise they're more or less identical to the Roman Catholic Church.
I think he
didn't kill them all.
I think he was killing them because he was hungry and they weren't cooking big enough portions for him.
He was a big fat dude towards the end. Yeah, he didn't start out fat though, but there was something in the chat.
After he got hurt, he fall off a horse during a fox hunt and got hurt.
Yeah, supposedly. Yeah.
There's another story about how he died too when he was a big fat guy. He was in a parade and the horse bucked or some shit like that, and his stomach burst when it hit the pommel. Something like that.
Oh shit!
I don't know if that's factual. It's just a thing I heard. But
how did
he was going to shit his pants on the pub tonight? What?
Yeah. So I do. There's something in the chat I want to address real quick. So Oblani says, I can't understand why some sects don't think this church doesn't represent Christian values. So they don't represent modern Christian values. They absolutely represented medieval Christian values. You're talking about a time before John Calvin, before Martin Luther, right? Anybody who tried to split off at this time was put down, and they were put down fucking hard.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. So this is prior to the evolution of Protestantism.
Yeah. There weren't any others. So just bear that in mind. Hi, Amira.
Oh, hello.
What'd it do? Can you guys move me up a little bit? Thank you.
You're welcome, waifu.
I'm the only one with a cape on. You guys put me at the bottom.
You just came in.
Oh, it should have been done correctly, for crying out loud. What does a girl got to do to get a little respect around here? Eh?
Give us $50.
Be a Catholic in the 14th century.
Go sell your Range Rover and give me 100,000.
Listen, you guys are not being reasonable, okay?
We're listening. We're being reasonable.
Okay.
Hey, how do you like this baby photo of Sammy that I got up here?
You
We're not
know,
talking about that.
he actually looks kind of human there.
It's just because it's pink.
Mm-hmm.
His green coat hadn't came in yet. He hadn't gotten his colors and his skills yet.
So come on, Amira. Show us some reason, please, senpai.
He was just a baby then. That's so sweet.
He was tentacled and troubled even back then.
Yeah.
There was trouble. That's true.
Now, Amira, I have a question for you.
No,
Have you heard of the curse of what's this guy's name again? Jacques Gerlach III? Or
Jacques de Molay.
Jacques de Molay. Have you heard of the curse?
No.
So he was the last official leader of the Knights of the Templar and in France, and King Philip IV kept borrowing money from the knights, and when he realized that they expected him to pay them back, he decided to have them branded as heretics, arrested them, and stole all their money and their lands. And after torturing Jacques and getting false confessions out of him and the others, when they were done, Jacques retracted his confession, and the king got mad and decided to barbecue him at the stake. And as he was being slow roasted over an open fire, he cursed him. He cursed the Pope because the Pope helped him. The Pope helped the king, and he cursed them too.
Strange.
Yeah.
They usually have them gagged when they're roasting them, so they can't talk smack on their last minutes.
Well, get this, Amira. They cooked him, no seasoning. Disgraceful.
No sea salt, no nothing, no Lari.
They're white. I mean, what did you expect? But the thing is,
That's why you put seasoning on him.
Usually you have them gagged. That's why, because usually when they're murdering people who are their enemies, they always gag them so they won't be able to curse anybody before they die.
That's in some instances that's probably true. At this point in time in Europe, though, like good cloth was kind of at a premium, so they wouldn't have wasted it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still reuse it. I mean,
not if you burn it with the victim.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's a damn waste of good cloth.
They're not gonna waste a dish rag on him. But
well, yeah.
But what he was doing was, as they was roasting him with no seasoning, no nothing, no barbecue sauce, he cursed them all, and he said with the Pope and the king, he said, "You're not gonna make it past a year. You'll be dead." And then he told the king, he said, "All of your sons, they're all gonna be dead. Your entire line is never gonna rule France again." And sure enough,
and it happened.
It happened. A month after Jacques was a month after he was dead, the Pope died, and then months later, the king died, and then all three of his sons, as soon as they took the throne, they all died in succession, including his grandkids.
So maybe that's why people started gagging people when they were killing them at the end. Because the thing is, the words of a person who's dying are very powerful. Okay, this is the reason why most people. I know I keep repeating it, but this is the reason why they're gagged. When you're killing your enemy, you don't want them to say anything, because there was one gentleman. I don't know if you guys heard about it. He beheaded his enemy, right? But his enemy had a flu or something, some type of a curse in his an infection in his mouth, and for some reason, when the man was riding his horse, he had the enemy's head attached to his horse, and he was taking it home to keep it as a trophy. But as he was riding his horse, somehow his hand ended up going back and hitting the mouth of the dead person. That person got infected, and he killed him. So he killed him with his beheaded head because he had a raging infection in his mouth.
So he got a disease from necrotized flesh.
Or the teeth bit him and he got
The teeth-
it's this is why you don't punch people in the mouth, because you can actually die 3 days later from a blood infection.
Certainly can.
Yep.
I reckon the disembodied head just said, "I'm going to make you gay," and that's it. HIV 3 days later.
I mean, if the hit wasn't created in a lab,
nailed it.
I'd say that's probably true, but
yeah, that's probably what happened here. It was like, I'm going to make you gay. I'm going to make all your sons gay. That's it. Bloodline wiped out.
Yeah, Leopold, there was they discovered that, or they say that they've discovered anyway, that a lot of the stuff about like mummies, curses, and tombs and stuff actually had to do with this specific fungus that was in that region that would like kind of build up on the corpses. So when you open it up and exposed to the fresh air, all the spores would fly out and infect people and kill them from the inside. Yeah, but it wasn't like actually a curse; it was just fungus, which I keep warning you people about. Like, this is why I don't eat mushrooms.
Exactly, it's just bad housekeeping. Come on, just vacuum up in the pyramids a little bit here and there.
Right.
You'll be fine.
You got to shop back those tombs and sarcophagi every once in a while. Otherwise, everybody gets infected like thousands of years down the line. It's a mess.
I know, right? Yeah. Just give them a little scrub here and there. Don't let the dust build up too much.
You know what? Since we have the lioness here, we might as well continue on with her story. So
no, wait, before we continue, I need to talk to you all.
Okay.
Take me down.
Bullies.
Take me down. There we go. So I was thinking about something with you, and I just want to talk to you guys about it. That's all I'm saying. I just want to talk to you guys about it. I noticed something. What, Yakub? I haven't even started. Listen, I'm not gonna do this with you today. I've noticed that certain people have harder lives than others, and I know I'm just realizing this, you guys, because my privilege and everything.
Mm-hmm. It's not easy being green.
It's a little different outside the gate. Yeah.
Yeah, the pearly gates are kind of distorting my vision of the beggars outside. But so the thing I wanted to tell you is, like, some people have harder lives than others, and I'm just realizing that not everybody can afford bread and eggs and caviar and Bentleys and all that. So I mean, I understand that, but wait, hear me out, because there was this girl, and she was talking to me about this pretty privilege. So she says that there's a such thing as pretty privilege, and that people treat her differently because of her looks. And I might talk about this tomorrow, but I wanted to kind of ask men, do they have the equivalent of pretty privilege? Do men get treated poorly for the way that they look?
Oh no!
Yes.
Well, I get treated spectacularly because I'm fucking gorgeous.
I mean,
so, Samael, you said yes. What do you mean?
I mean, I'm not saying it's necessarily happened to me, because I'm not a terrible looking dude. I'm just, I mean, I'm not the prettiest in the world, but I'm not terrible looking. But I have seen it happen.
You're quite dashing, Samael. I don't know. If
you should see all of his tentacles.
He looks like a cross between a wizard and a biker.
Well, and a vampire.
No, Sam don't look like no vampire.
In my personal
like I said, like,
you look like a vampire.
I haven't had the experience a whole lot myself, but I have seen it. I've known a lot of people throughout the years, some good looking, some a whole lot of not good looking. And yeah, for dudes, it's a very, very different experience, depending on how they look. Like,
I don't think it's really as much of an issue for men as it is for women.
I agree, but I want to ask you, since you all are on the above average in looks for men, when it comes to being a man, are you automatically assumed to be a hoe because you are better than average looking.
No,
You're not
that's not.
automatically going to be a hoe.
If I just met somebody and they don't know me and my proclivities, no, they don't just assume that I'm.
It's a different experience for men. Like, I'll say this.
Yeah.
It's men. You have to be careful because even opening a door or just saying good morning to a woman, they'll take that and run with it and think that you're flirting with
Yeah.
them. So it's not that we have a pretty privilege. It's what it does for men who, if a woman thinks he's attractive, is that might not get, him saying good morning or telling a woman he's beautiful might not get the cops called on him. That's about it.
Yeah.
I understand that. Okay, so that's all I wanted to bring up with you guys. I think I'm going to talk about it a little bit more in depth tomorrow. I'll probably, come up with a whole question and answer about it. Maybe open up a panel. But yeah. So anyway, we can carry along. We can move on, you guys.
Are you gonna have a panel?
I'm not certain yet. I'm not certain.
It's been a while since
there was a topic that you brought up as a potential topic to be discussed. Probably 3 or 4 weeks ago, Amira. And it was the concept of alpha and beta males existing within human society.
Right.
I think that'd be interesting because I've always had an interest in anthropology as well. So I know that those distinctions exist, but usually only in terms of very small groups of hominids.
You're also talking about more feral hominids than we are today, too. Like,
yes,
in modern human society is at the point of our evolution now that the alpha beta thing doesn't exist.
It does not exist categorically. Human society is so much more complicated.
Yeah, we're not wolves, despite what that one erroneous study claimed.
Yeah, exactly. You'll get people like Andrew Tate just going, "Oh, beta. Check me out. I'm a fucking alpha because I'm a borderline rapist or whatever."
Pretty
it's
sure
like,
he's homosexual too, if we're being honest.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious.
I mean, those men can be alpha in certain situations and beta in others. And beta just means following and not just leading, that you're not leading in certain situations. I mean, it doesn't make you a bitch, a little. Well,
exactly, yeah.
Because you're not leading.
Human society is far more complicated than, simplistic
society
distinctions.
Frankly, wolf society, which what that study was based on, is very, very simplistic. The strongest leads, everyone else follows, and if you don't want to follow, you have to take out the strongest. That's the way it is. That's the alpha beta dynamic. And even then, they've found since then that wolf society is actually a good deal more complex than that.
Yeah,
and that the alpha beta thing doesn't exactly apply to them either.
Yeah, literally, in terms of things like chimps or gorillas, is supposed to apply to a group of no more than a dozen individuals, not a human society of billions.
Yeah, or even just take it to the country, the national level. I wouldn't even apply it necessarily across the planet. For the
even in a village or a town. Yeah, it's it's totally
take the United
inapplicable.
States. We have almost 350 million people in the United States. That's a pretty sizable population.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we're what are we, like the fourth or fifth largest population on Earth, something like that?
Probably.
All right. Yeah, it's top 10 at least. Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Obviously, India and China beat us out by a lot, but
I wouldn't even trust the Chinese numbers these days either.
Oh no, I'm not saying they have the numbers that they did. I'm saying that they have more people than we do currently.
Yeah, well, probably similar. Yeah, at least. Yeah,
probably just around.
I'd say it's closer to probably 600 million rather than the 1 billion figure that we're told. But
yeah, it's definitely nowhere near that.
And it was higher. It was in the past. It was higher. But the problem is not only when you combine things like the one-child policy, right, and the fact that because of the one-child policy, there weren't enough babies to replace the people who got fucking old, right? Yeah, their population took a massive dip recently.
Yeah,
cultural practices of favoring male children as well. Creating a gender imbalance throughout society.
Not enough women to go around.
Hey,
certain
Amira was.
biotechnological
Hold on.
projects.
Hold on. Amira was trying to say
He talks
something.
too much, entirely too much, right? What?
I wasn't gonna say all that, but I was just, I wanted to make sure that your voice was heard because I know you were trying to say something.
I was trying to say something, but Abe talks way too. Abe, you talk too much. Talk too much, man.
Oh, sorry.
Give
I
it
guess
like
I'll just
let
shut the
just give
fuck up forever then. Christ.
just give a couple of seconds and see if anybody else wants to just breathe for a minute. You know what I mean?
Fuck
Just take
that.
a
Could
breath
I
and
just finish a point first? There you
didn't.
go.
You've been trying
Thank
to finish
you.
the like last 20 minutes. See, this is the problem. This is the problem with people.
I'm totally
See, this is the
clipping this.
problem. Wait, are you Australian or Brit?
I'm British, yes.
That's the problem with you guys. We had the same problem with the other Brit. You remember Samael? What was his name?
No, that was me as well.
What was his name? That wasn't you. Was it you? No, it was not
That
you.
might have been me. Yeah.
No, what was his name?
We've had a couple of Brits on the show. I
You know
don't
what I'm
recall
talking
off the top
about.
of
It
my
Yeah, they
started
were all
with
shit,
C.
though. I'm the best
Oh,
one.
yeah. Cal. Yeah.
Cow. There we go.
You need to get him back on,
Yeah.
actually.
Have I met him?
I don't think so.
I
Not
don't
yet.
think so.
Amira, you never gave your point.
Well, I forgot the darn point now because this one, the Power Ranger. Oh my god! I don't even know if there was a point anymore. I thought, Larry, I thought you were going to continue with your show, with your program.
I was, and then Sam started talking, and I started eating cookies.
I mean, to be fair, it kind of goes this way sometimes. Anyway, like you're aware, Amir, right? That in the past, it's been a long time. I'm not saying he's doing it all the time now either. It's been a very long time, but there have been times when Larry was so tired when we started the show that he'd introduce a topic he knew would get me talking, and then he'd go to sleep for the rest of the show while I just chattered on for like an hour and a half. He's done that to me multiple times.
It happened last month. Like a month and a half ago, I fell asleep. And the messed up thing about it is that I went into a full-on monologue and I was asleep. I woke up like 6 hours.
Yeah, it sounded coherent.
I was asleep. I was asleep like 15 minutes into the show. I was out cold.
Holy shit.
Okay, so basically, Larry, you stream while you sleep. Just like you remember how I buy stuff while I sleep?
Yep.
I did it again. Like
you bought a kayak again?
No.
Remember when you bought that parachute?
I bought a
parachute?
A hand massager. I didn't even know they had such things. A hand massager. I didn't even know what that was. And it came in my name and I was like, a hand massager. I didn't even know it was a thing, but we still have it. We still have it.
A hand massager?
Yeah, there's actually a machine that massages your hands.
It's for arthritis mostly.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even know what
Does
it was,
it work?
but I bought it. Yeah, it works. It works. It has great grip too. It's great. I mean, yeah. But this time I actually bought some sensible things. I bought some gardening tools. I bought a hoe.
I bought a hoe when I was sleeping once too.
Yeah.
No, not like your style. No. Not your style. I actually bought a
too easy to buy these hoes, you know.
Okay.
Damn.
I bought a functional hoe, one that actually works. Well, never mind. I mean, listen, just stop. I bought some gardening tools. I've actually bought gardening tools. And Larry, it happened again. So, yes, Larry, it happened again. So, you stream and sleep.
I didn't plan that with that. This last time, I didn't plan it. But the other times, I did. I was like, man, I'm not going to make it. What can I do? And I just changed the subject. And I was like, hey, Sam. Boom, I'd be out.
Right.
And he called me and said, man, last night was a great show. And I was like, yeah, it sure was. Wish I saw it.
It's like, well, you answered me when I asked you questions, and it made sense, so I assumed you were awake.
I remember one time I started falling asleep, and I tricked Clue into getting on the panel, and I asked Clue a question, and then I went to sleep.
Oh, Jesus.
So You know how to get me talking, don't you, Larry? What question would you ask me to get me
Oh,
talking?
I'm not gonna say it because I already know what
How
it
do,
is.
how do you feel about?
Yeah, I know exactly. I know
I
exactly what you're
get the
about to say.
sneaking suspicion I know what the topic would be as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
She said it to me so many times on this very show that I can finish that sentence for her. I'm not going to, but I
Mm-hmm.
could.
You guys could literally
Mm-hmm.
go to sleep after asking me that. You guys could be like, "So, Amira, how do you feel about?" I'd be like, "Oh, let me tell
Yep.
you. I don't even know where to start. So, hold on. Let me just say, you guys could all be sleeping for the next 3 hours, and then I'd be like, "So, what do you guys think?"
Yeah, you know, I can't totally relate to it. Like I have insomnia, as you guys know. I've had it since I was a
Mm-hmm.
little kid. I also, when I
Snap.
was very, very young, I used to sleepwalk a bit, right? Little somnambulism, nothing too extreme or anything like that. But apparently, I'd wander into the bathroom and I'd use the bathroom, but I'd be standing in front of the toilet but facing the wrong direction because I was, asleep
Yeah.
while I was peeing and all that. But I think the
Mm-hmm.
the worst thing that I ever did while sleeping, the absolute worst thing I ever did was drive 200 miles.
You
Whoa.
drove 200 miles asleep.
Apparently, yes. I don't remember any of it because I was asleep.
Okay, how many people did you kill during the journey?
As far
We
as I
didn't.
know, none.
We didn't.
Well, fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking
Hey, look.
hell.
Hey, look. Clucifer's here. Hey, Clue. I was just talking about
Oh,
the,
Clue.
the, the time a few years back when I got you on the panel, so I went to sleep. And I was like in the back because I woke up, I sat up right when the credits
Mm-hmm.
was going up, right when we were going off, and I was like, "Thank God for Clue," and he was like, "What does that mean?" I was like, "Just thank you, man." He was like, "Okay."
It'd be funny if Clue was like, dude, I was sleeping too.
No, him and I forget what the topic was, but man, they were just bouncing off of each other, and then and the messed up thing is when I fell asleep, I could hear myself snoring. So
Oh, fucking hell.
I was just like, "Oh man, I'm out." I was
Wait,
like,
Cavalryman in the chat says that I have a soothing voice. Do you
"You
know
do."
I've had people email me and say that they use my videos to go to sleep at night.
Really?
I didn't
I
know whether
admit
they
I've used
tried
them a
it.
couple. I've used them a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have.
I
I mean,
mean,
look,
Mm-hmm.
they have
people
like a
inspire.
playlist of my videos just to sleep, so they can sleep.
Well, like people inspire me with certain ways. Like I do. Your voice is soothing. I will say this, and I've never told Sam this. When the first couple of years, especially when we would have our meetings, and he would turn his camera on. Because I used to call him Santa Claus. Because every time he would turn his camera on,
All right,
I
Devo.
I'm
would
leaving.
I would get the urge to tell him what I want for Christmas. Because as soon as I lay eyes on him,
No,
I was like,
serious.
I was like, Sam, I want a new car.
No, serious. You get that vibe from him. And he'll sit there and listen to you while you tell him your wish list. He'll sit there and be like, "Oh, okay. Okay."
Yeah,
Nice.
and then he'll have his fun. Well, you know that's not going to work, right? Why? Well, you'll never be a doctor because the world's going to end long before that happens. In
I
fact,
Oh
why
mean,
don't you
my
just why don't
god.
you just put a noose around your neck? Just go jump out the window. It's okay. You
Yeah.
can do it. Just kill yourself.
Mhm.
I don't
Yeah,
quite
why
take it
not?
that far. I have been told recently by my friend Anna from Anna's Gameland that I have a very soothing voice. So I don't know. I've been hearing that a lot lately. I don't hear it myself. It kind of annoys the shit out of me, but you know,
Yeah.
I think that's
Just
probably true
watch
of
some
most
old
people.
Clear Eyes commercials.
I think a
Yeah.
lot of people feel that way about their own voices.
Right.
Well, I suspect that Devil to him his voice probably sounds every bit as mischievous as it does to the rest of us.
No.
Hi, Devil.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to leave. As soon as he came on, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm already annoyed. Now I got him too."
Oh, come on! Don't you?
Damn.
God damn it.
I was just gonna come here and talk about Amira's hand massager.
Mm-hmm.
It actually
Well,
is a really
well, now that he said it, because I wasn't going to mention it, but you piqued my interest when you said it has good grip, and I was going to ask you if you can use lotion with it.
Mm-hmm.
You said if you're gonna ask me what?
Can you use lotion with it?
I don't want to be here anymore.
Go sit down. Sam. No, but guys, I didn't even know that there was a thing called a hand massager. And that's how you guys know I bought that in my sleep, because it's something I didn't even know existed, but yet I bought it when I was sleeping.
Samira. The Aeronator strikes again.
Oh boy.
Well, I don't know. Well, you buy weird shit in your sleep though too, like the whole
really do.
parachute thing, right? I'm not going to make the joke this time. I said I wouldn't do that anymore, but
Please don't.
but it's an odd purchase, right? Even for anybody, really, while you're sleeping, right? Like, why in the fuck would you just think, hey, that seems like a good purchase that I'm definitely going to use someday?
Yeah, parachutes, hand massages, nuclear bombs, whatever.
And then, so I had parachute, hand massager, and a kayak. You remember the kayak?
Yeah.
And then I also bought the Trump 2024 flag. Do you guys remember that one?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Trump 2024 flag, which made sense because I'm like, obviously, I'm a Trump supporter. So I was like, but all the other purchases, I don't know where they came from.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's I don't get the purchasing things. I could see how you would do it. You and I think one other person I've ever heard of I've ever even heard of doing that.
Yeah, I wake up in the middle of the night, and then I know because I remember waking up in the middle of the night, but then I don't remember anything past there. I remember grabbing my phone, but then after that I black out, and then I wake up with like a $600 bill, and I'm like,
and
what happened?
That's what I'm saying. It's like you wake up, you stumble over your computer, and you somehow don't screw up your login information for Amazon or Etsy or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. Somehow.
Card information went out. Well, I don't get it.
Right.
That's pretty.
I slipped, tripped, and ordered this ridiculously expensive thing perfectly.
Pretty girls can have that excuse. I fell asleep and I woke up with this massive bill. Oh no, I can't pay.
No.
Dudes, we don't get that.
Like,
yeah.
No, look at Clue. He's like,
Clue's
you
nailed
fell on
it.
the correct password.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I have to maintain like 19,000 different passwords for work alone, and that's not even including all of my personal shit, right? I don't know how in the hell you would remember the specific password for the specific website or whatever.
I think it's what's it called, autopilot. You know how every human goes on autopilot for certain things? I think us as ladies, sometimes we do autopilot even when shopping. So I think that when I'm asleep, I was able to autopilot through, just like how you were able to autopilot driving. A lot of people autopilot when they drive. They zone off and they don't realize that they're autopiloting. It happens a lot. It happens almost everywhere. So that's probably why you were able to drive while you were sleeping.
Yeah, and to more fully answer Dave's question is like how I didn't kill it. As far as I know, I didn't hit anybody. There was no damage to the car. There was no blood on it. There was not even any like sagebrush or whatever. Like I had left the road at any point.
Did it rain during the journey?
I have no idea, man. It was 200 miles and I was not awake. It might have.
And there wouldn't be any blood, would there?
Well, no judgment from me. I've driven home asleep from work, but it was nowhere near 200 miles. It was like 30 miles.
I don't know so much as sleep, but I have autopiloted. Like I'll just start driving and my brain will kind of shut off, and I'll be home and I'll be like, oh crap, I didn't even think the whole drive.
Well, especially the kind of distances that Americans have to travel to just do anything.
Well, that was
That's
the thing.
Totally understandable.
When you
how
say,
would you know, you Brit? How would you know, Brit?
Yeah,
because I'm on a fucking panel with Americans, you silly fuck.
He said he's especially with how Americans have to drive. How do you
now
well,
because I routinely get told how big America is.
Hey, is that
I fucking know?
Hey, is that any way to talk to your waifu?
Oh Jesus, we're not doing that.
It is not. I do apologize, my dear waifu.
Oh, no.
What are you guys talking about?
Sam and I explained to you what a waifu is.
Yeah, Abe's got a fucking body pillow with your image on it, I guess.
Oh damn! Not another one. Oh,
This happens more than once.
Gee,
this has happened
look,
quite a
look. Hey, you're talking about somebody who was getting flooded with emails of requests of to become her slave. Like she was
What?
like, yeah, like guys were emailing her. And they were like,
Hi, Sherry.
are you taking any slaves? Are
Hey,
you
Sherry.
They wanted to sell me their souls. It was a little bit different. They want to sell me their soul. Whatever. I'm just. Please, can we just move on to something?
Point is that I was driving home from work. I was where I worked was about 200 miles from where I actually lived.
You drove that every day.
No, you're lying.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I was working for a mining restoration company at the time where we'd go back to mines that were 50 plus years old. And then we just kind of restore them to the topography that they were before the mines opened up shop there. And that tended to be in some really remote, strange places.
But you wouldn't drive there daily.
Yeah, I would. It was pretty far away from anywhere civilized, so yeah, I'd get up ass early in the morning, drive 200 miles, work for 10 hours, and then drive home.
Fucking hell.
What if something
then it makes
happened?
more sense then.
Sorry. I mean, stuff did happen. That was just kind of the risk. That's why it paid so well. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's Wyoming. How much did they pay you?
At the time, I don't know, somewhere in the neighborhood of $36 an hour.
Oh, back then, yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah,
majority of that's hazard pay. Lion is better. Wait, what?
We don't need this right now. We don't. I don't want to start this again.
Abe, don't keep bringing that shit up. Amir doesn't like it.
Look, that wasn't me.
That wasn't Abe. I didn't bring that up. Oh, Blindy did
just
that.
Because I buy all of the shit doesn't mean I bring it up.
All I said was all I did was remind Abe about the respectful reference that he has for Mira when he calls her waifu. That's it.
Mm-hmm. It's very respectful.
Sitting over here buying out bathwater. I bet, between you and Canada, that's how Belle Delphine got all them bottles sold, right?
Who, me?
I'm going to buy Belle Delphine's bullshit.
You guys don't know what Abe looks like. He could be Belle Delphine.
I've seen Abe.
That's true.
I know what Abe looks like.
Yeah, Larry has seen me.
So have I.
And he knows I'm Belle Delphine.
Yeah, he kind of looks like you do kind of look like Belle Delphine if Belle Delphine was also a hobbit.
Well, I was going to say if she was 6 foot tall and had a big fucking beard, yeah.
You know what? Hold on. I want to bring a conversation. I want to bring the conversation back full circle to what Amira was asking us earlier. Now, let me ask you something. In the female world, how do women really look at a man if he's, let's say, if they look at a guy that's attractive, but he's under 6 feet tall versus somebody who's okay and he's like 6'2"? Look, I'm pretty, Amira, you've been around. I'm sure you've been around a lot of women. How do those conversations tend to go?
Oh, it's always about the height. I mean, the height always. I mean, it's just like. I don't want to say this, but you guys aren't. Listen. Okay, listen. This is
facts over feelings.
Beauty, yeah, exactly. Facts over feelings. Beauty standards around the world, especially in Asia, Africa, Middle East, Latin America. Whiteness is everything. Like the paler your skin is as a woman, the more beautiful you're seen as, right? And even though it has nothing to do with truth, that's just the way it is. So it's just like, let's say in the Middle East or in India or wherever you live, a girl being born pale skinned versus a hot girl who's actually dark skinned. The girl is dark skinned, but she's hot. She has perfect features, long, beautiful hair. But then there's a pale skinned girl missing 2 teeth, but she will be seen as more beautiful because she has white skin. That's the same thing that happens with height for men. A man could be 5'9" and freaking Brad Pitt, but the man who is 6'2", looking like, whatever, he gets all the girls because of his height.
I'm not gonna lie, that there's some truth to that. Like I said earlier, I'm not Brad Pitt by any stretch, but I'm a pretty decent looking guy. I'm also 6'5". You know?
Yeah.
So
that's a bit different,
it works.
isn't it? Yeah.
It works for me. Yeah.
A fact that he likes to rub in my face because I'm 5'9".
I've never brought up your height.
He's
Yeah.
never said that.
Yeah, I know.
Stop.
But you know, I will say this though. I've always been comfortable in my height. So it's just never like I just always figured, you know, I mean, women like what they like and women like what they like. If I'm not your cup of tea, I'm not your cup of tea. But don't go jumping down my throat if you see me walking down the street with a girl that you don't think I should be with, which has happened to me. I've had black girls basically tell me that I'm not good enough. Hell, I had one. I told her she was beautiful. She threw trash at me. That was her response, was to throw garbage.
What the fuck?
Yeah. But I had one that basically told me that I wasn't on her level, and then the next week saw me walking down the street with a Korean and got pissed off and went to a friend of ours and tried to instigate a fight between me and him because she was mad that I was with a girl that wasn't black. So, and that's just how it's been for me. My entire life, every woman that's ever came on to me and said that I was attractive, none of them were black, not one.
And they were all men as well.
I've seen that even online, that standard. I've seen that standard online, especially from black ladies.
I'm sorry, Mary. What were you saying?
Why were you telling strangers that they're beautiful? Says Clue.
Well,
Me?
I do that on the regular, but that's because I'm trying to get laid.
No, he's talking about me. She wasn't a stranger.
So you wouldn't tell a girl she's beautiful if you're not trying to do the horizontal dance with her?
Amira, most of the time I don't even talk to women if I'm not trying to sleep with them.
So you trying to sleep with Amira?
No, I'm saying most of the time in my daily life, going around, like I don't interact with people generally, let alone women.
Well, I don't interact with people either, except for online too. I mean, you guys know my life. I mean, Larry and Sam have been around me long enough. You guys know my life, so I don't.
Yeah,
I don't interact with people mainly because they're people. That's the thing that puts me off.
Larry,
yes, ma'am.
You were saying why were you speaking to her if she was a stranger?
So she wasn't a stranger. I was actually in school. It was somebody that I had a class. I was in a class with her. So she wasn't somebody that I just walked into her and said, "Excuse me, you're pretty." You know, she was a classmate.
Which makes it even worse, because I mean, you have to see that person the next day, and you just threw garbage on them.
Yep.
For saying that you're pretty.
Yeah.
Well, that's what guys have to go through to clap booty.
That's the risk that we run, and you don't know if you're gonna get the cops called on you. You don't know.
Right, you're lucky if she calls the cops on you. Sometimes they stab you. So
sounds exhilarating.
Well,
and you know what too? Also, is that's one of the reasons why, as I got older, I stayed out of clubs, because you know, when alcohol gets involved. I had a buddy of mine got shot because a girl dropped her purse and he picked it up, and some drunk guy that decided that she was his girlfriend followed my friend outside and shot him.
Jesus.
Well, yeah, that's a concern here too. If I don't know a woman's married, right, and out in Wyoming they don't always wear rings because a lot of people work all the time, and there's safety considerations with that, with equipment and that sort of thing. So they don't always have a ring on if they're married or whatever. If you hit on the wrong one and it doesn't go well, like, you're probably going to get your ass kicked by your husband, right? If you hit on the wrong one and it does go well, legally he can shoot you both.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Wyoming's still a little bit wild. Yeah.
Wild West, yeah. Oh yeah, Abe, you wouldn't know about that because you're not American, so you don't know what we do over here.
They just get stabbed at the curry bar.
They just get stabbed at the curry bar.
Yeah, by somebody that looks like a mirror, bear in mind.
But we have pew-pews, and we love our pew-pew. I have a pew-pew sitting with me right now, actually. You want to see?
Don't you get the fucking stream fucked up.
I don't think it would. Just
Yeah,
would.
if you brandished it.
No, because there are YouTubers that
there's a whole
show
side of
weapons
YouTube
and fireworks and
Yes.
stuff like
No,
that.
there's you have to have it for it has to have a purpose to it. It has to be because of teaching. Like if she pulled her gun up and started cleaning it, then you could sit there and claim that she was showing how to clean her gun and it would be okay. If she brandishes it and like in a threatening way, in any way, then they can pull the string.
Oh,
yeah, I definitely wouldn't brandish it like, oh, like show you guys the barrel and be like, well, I'll shoot you, but maybe I won't risk it.
That's fine, Amira. We can save that for a private stream.
I was
But
saying, I really wish you'd pointed at Abe.
I would love to show you my gun that I have right now with me because it's my favorite.
Oh hell yeah! I'd love to see it.
What is it? A SIG Hour?
No, it's a 911.
A curry card carrier.
Okay.
Those are my people. Those are my people for real.
So you got the classic army pistol, the 911.
Mm-hmm.
That's the classic. I'm trying to get my hands on a Desert Eagle.
The 911.
I'm not. Are you trying to say because I'm all right? You know what? Look, I'm not even gonna get started with you guys and your politics over there. Okay, we're not gonna talk about how your country got
guys, over. God,
your guys got taken over by the Jeeps. Okay, so anything about 9/11.
She's not wrong.
Yeah.
No contest.
Oh man. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the thing. Actually, my town recently passed a referendum. Now, all citizens and civil servants, including myself, can concealed carry anytime, anywhere on city property, including government buildings.
You know what, Sam? Honestly, I think that's a good idea, especially that time when you were walking home and you went to turn a corner and that freaking mountain lion was there.
Okay.
I
yeah, I remember that very. So what actually happened, right? I didn't actually see the thing, right? It was in the same couple of streets that I was in at the same time. I never saw it. I found out about it the next day, and I was like, "Oh, I was almost a hot lunch."
Yeah, you're lucky that thing didn't jump you.
Yeah, I'm very lucky because she was a big old mean kitty. You know, we have some very large mountain lions out here. There aren't many of them, but when they show up, they tend to be kind of massive because.
Yeah,
Lindy. They did jam in the beginning, but after you break them in, they don't jam anymore, and you have to oil them down. So mine is fine. Mine doesn't jam. I oil mine too. So
that's actually a pretty fucking funny pun. I mean, I don't usually go in for
that's pretty damn good
thing, but that's pretty funny. Well done, Clue. You know I love a good pun. He knows that about me. It's a weakness.
Nice.
I didn't even know. It didn't click at first. I was like, Jeep Wrangler. I was like, okay, it makes sense because of the car. But I actually didn't think about the concept of wrangling something. Like wrangle.
Oh, that's good. That's funny.
Jacob says Amira is locked and loaded. That's right.
Oh, always. I always walk around like that.
We should be very grateful, though, that Shadu is not on this panel right now, because if he had seen that pun, we'd be in for an 1.5-hour lecture on the entire history of the subcontinent after the Brits left, and how much because he hates Indians.
Because he what?
He hates Indians.
Oh, does he? Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Amira, did you see that video that Suka made about him not doing what you told him?
Yeah, she played the first part of it on her stream a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I did. No, see, I thought Samael, you said that Shadu was trying to defend the Jeeps in the
No. Aside from the fact that he blames everything that goes wrong with tech everywhere on them, he also has a massive massive issue. I have an issue with the H-1B visa stuff myself, but not specifically the Indian recipients. Just in general, I don't think we should be bringing foreigners here to do jobs Americans can do. But he specifically hates it because Elon Musk is specifically going to bring Indians over.
I mean, it's so pointless as well because AI is just going to make them completely pointless within like 3 years.
Yeah.
So why bother?
Right. You know, and I'm still kind of old school too, because when people say Indians, I still have to ask if they mean dots or feathers.
I know.
Yeah.
What if they have dots and feathers?
Do the head motions, dot not feather, or feather not dot.
Right.
What if they're like a Kamala Harris Indian?
Yeah, or whatever else she is this week.
Yeah, but I think genetically she's a dot Indian.
Isn't she like half a dot?
Yeah, she's half white too.
She's white.
She's half a dot, quarter of a square. I don't know, 3/4 of a circle somehow. Fuck knows.
Right. Well, it's you know it's funny because I heard something the other day. There was an incident in Australia just like yesterday, I think, involving like the UN's crowing about it all over Twitter right now about human rights tribunals going after some teenage kid, some Aboriginal kid got into trouble with some white people, and he was like super bullied or some shit. I don't know the whole story. I don't know all the facts or all that stuff, but they actually referred to him as First Nations peoples. And I've always thought that First Nations was the ridiculous moniker that the Canadians gave to the Indians in Canada. It doesn't apply to Indigenous all over the world. Otherwise, you could apply it to the Brits in England.
The problem is they're no, they wouldn't let it be used that way. But no, you're right. It's a Canadian thing. I think they're the first ones to use that stupid shit.
Yeah, apparently being Indigenous and white does not apply.
No, it doesn't. And apparently now, if you're a quote unquote Indigenous person anywhere, right, you're First Nations according to the fucking UN.
Yeah.
First Nations. So how can you be First Nations in every nation?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, in this case, they're applying it to Australian Aborigines who, were there for white people. Excuse me. The only, but we know they were because the white people were only there because the Brits put them there so they would die. Because they did criminals.
Yeah, it's partially true. Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So and then they found these other guys, and there isn't anybody else in Indonesia, in the South Pacific, anything like that, who looks anything like the Aborigines. The only people who look remotely like the Aborigines are in the African continent, and apparently they're genetically distinct from each other. They just both happen to be really dark.
Well, if you actually trace the genetic lineage all the way from Eastern Africa along the entire southern coast of Asia, all the way down to Australia, the phenotypical traits of those people are nearly identical.
Well, see, I've heard different. I've heard that the Aborigines are phenotypically totally distinct from sub-Saharan Africans.
They aren't. No. If you look at, for example, the southernmost Indians who were originally from that area, bearing in mind India's gone through a lot of stages of imperialism from inside before the British arrived.
Sure.
If you look at the original populations that went around the coast of India, and you were to compare them to the Australian Aboriginals, they look very, very similar.
Yeah.
And this in part has informed the now outdated out of Africa theory of human evolution.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's been debunked.
It's not only outdated, it's also still pretty recent, because when I was in school, right, people were still talking about the cradle of civilization in Iraq, right, between the Tigris and the Euphrates rivers being like, because Sumer was there before Babylon was. Mesopotamia prior to that, like the oldest civilizations in the world that we're aware of came from that region, right? Which kind of makes you wonder, did they start up like with this out of Africa thing? We know it's not a thing, but if it were, that means they would have had to start in Africa, but they didn't actually build anything till they got to the Middle East.
Didn't do shit for 500,000 years.
Right?
That's something. That would say something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. It's not a theory that makes a whole lot of sense. And now that we're uncovering evidence of civilizations, even in Southern America, that go back tens of thousands of years, like we basically have got no fucking idea what was going on.
You are referring to the south of my country, not the continent of South America, correct?
No. The continent of South America.
Okay, you said Southern America. That's why I was asking.
No, north, south. Yeah, it's
South America.
Southern America, yeah.
Oh, you did say Southern America?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is like Georgia.
Well, there's Northern America and then Southern America. Yeah.
But you know what the theory that I believe is that there has always been, like in the beginning when humans were beginning to be a species, there was no single form of human. There were like 4 or 5, maybe 6 forms of humans in different areas at different times. And I think
I'm hearing a couple dozen.
Yes.
And them blending together finally made one human that we have today as a modern human. But I believe that we had different tribes everywhere. So I don't believe that it just started off in one place. I believe there was a tribe in Africa, there's a tribe in the Middle East, a tribe in Asia.
Actually, that brings up an interesting point.
Correct.
So
that's scientifically correct, Amira.
If you look
so
at,
I don't know why we keep saying that. Oh, it came from Africa, like humanity came from Africa. I don't believe that. Well,
right, it probably came up in several different places. That's why we have different phenotypes and such.
It's known as the multi-regional hypothesis.
I have an idea here that I think is kind of interesting. So when you look at Genesis in the Bible, it talks about the creation of Adam. It talks about his seed becoming a powerful nation and all this stuff. Problem is that that's not genetically viable for very long. Right. Especially if Eve was in fact made from Adam, she would share his DNA exactly. Right. So ignoring that, putting that aside, right. It never says anywhere that there aren't other peoples. It never says that they didn't go out and intermingle with other peoples who are not descended from Adam.
Right.
I suppose that's an interesting postulation, that there may not have been like a single Garden of Eden.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, I mean, if you think about it, genetically it makes sense. Look, if there's a creation, right? If there's a creator, if God made everything, then God has. I'm gonna go ahead and mute Larry. He's snoring.
For fuck's sake.
if there is a God who created everything, then that God would have to understand everything, right? He'd be a scientist of the first order. Right. So he would understand that too much genetic indiversity would result in cellular and genetic degradation down the line. Right. So he would have to have multiple different things going on in order to make sure that the incest basically didn't just end up destroying his experiment before it begins. Because, look at the Habsburgs, a couple hundred years. Look what happened to those fucking people. There was one dude who was so brittle boned and his head was shaped like a fucking gourd and it worked and all that stuff. He was like crown prince of some place or other. And that was just a couple hundred years, right? You're talking 1,000-year span of time within the first 5 books of the Bible. There wouldn't be any people by the end of that if that was all.
Yeah, see, Dad, your experiment was stupid.
I'm having flashbacks.
Don't unmute yourself.
I'm having flashbacks of Lapeef on Thursday night when that girl went into that monologue and Amira was being polite and she was basically like, I haven't talked in an hour, so I'm going to close this show down.
Yeah, she wouldn't shut the F up. But people in the comments were like, she was putting us to sleep. She literally was putting people to sleep. Because here's how she talks. Guys, don't go to sleep when I do this, okay? I'm just making an example, okay? Here it is. Ready? Are you guys ready? Here she goes. She was like this. So, like, what I believe is that look, I feel this is how I feel, okay? I feel like we all came from a certain place and we all have our own like views, but I don't think that anybody should be just seen as the one type of opinion. I think that and just talking like that puts people to sleep. I'm serious. Like a lot of people don't think that, but okay, as a person who does live streams, I notice that if I speak a certain way, the views will go down. If I speak with like long vowels, people get tired. They go to sleep or that they'll just go watch something else because they're
Yeah.
like, I can't focus. Because you're talking too slow. There's no inflection in your voice. You're monotone. I'm bored. People get bored. You have to be able to speak with some what's it called, inflection.
Yeah.
And she had absolutely no inflection, and she had very long vowels. And as I was listening to her, I was hoping that she would make her point succinctly and simply and quickly. No, she ran around the bush 3 times, and then they still let her go. And I said, Sweeney, please just stop this. And he said, okay, now can you stop? And she said, well, I'm almost done. I haven't spoken in like an hour.
And she was like, so I'm going to close this down.
That shit.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, man, just drop her off the panel. Just drop her.
All right, is this the show in which it's you versus like 10 black people or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Clue says Amira versus Courtney was epic.
That was like 3 years ago, man.
It was a good time. That was a good time.
And Courtney, and the good thing is, the fun thing is, Courtney lost. It was Courtney and that other chick. They lost, and then they both disappeared.
Yeah,
And
it was Kay or Kayla. There were two of them.
Kay.
There was two of them. Yeah, Kay and
Yeah,
Kayla.
and Kayla. And Kayla disappeared. Like they all just disappeared.
You know, they what's it called it? So they were the darlings of the show, and then I came on, and all of a sudden they just got out of their element, and I couldn't understand why. Just my presence made them get out of their elements and go from being these cute, sweet, feminine, dolls to all of a sudden being like yelling and angry and bitter. I was like, why? Because I wanted to be their friend. I wanted to be their friends. Like, you guys don't even know. I wanted to be friends. But man, just my presence, just me being there just made them change so much. And I hated it because I wanted to be their friends. But
it's not always possible.
No.
Yeah, and it didn't help that the chat was like firmly Team Amira and was calling them out on their BS. And that just my favorite.
I can imagine.
When that lawyer came on and he yelled at Amira one week, and they were all smiling and laughing at Amira, and then he came on the next week and he turned on them.
Yep.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
He was like, see, now I see what everybody's talking about.
That's what he said. He said, now I see why.
It's that light skin.
Oh,
privilege.
really?
It's the what?
It's that light skin privilege.
Oh my gosh!
I think that was part of it because they started making little racial comments and were taking pot shots at Amira. They were like, "Oh, you idiots in the chat just like her because she light skinned because da 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 da."
But Courtney is light skinned.
Yeah, she is.
Right, but you're lighter skinned than Courtney is.
Yep.
But I'm not black, so it
don't matter. You got matters. More sense.
Oh well, that's worse then.
Yeah, she didn't care about that.
I mean, I don't think light skin counts when you're not black. I mean, because for us, we're all kind of the same color in my race. So
what did you say earlier in the show?
Different
though,
race
about,
privilege
around the world. Light skin is generally preferred regardless of society, right? So you're
That's
talking
true.
about a bunch of black guys who are already disillusioned with black women.
Yep.
Right. In general. Who are looking for something else. If you were like a blonde, blue-eyed, pasty chick from like, Finland or whatever, right? They'd have gone gaga over you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you were some little albino thing,
they had Pearl and they didn't go Google.
Pearl looks like a dude that doesn't.
Pearl looks like Mr. Ed.
But they did go Google Gaga over her. Devil, do you know who we're talking about?
I know who Pearly thing is.
But they did go Google Gaga over her, and even she's not beautiful, but she's blonde.
Oh, she looks like a dude. She looks like her name should be.
Dude looks like
Dave.
a dude.
She looks like a surfboard with horse teeth.
She looks like Dave the Lumberjack.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that's a good way of putting it, Larry. Jesus. Holy shit. That's on point.
If only she knew how to take care of herself and do her hair and like, but even then she just has features that are just so
manly.
broad. Yeah. Features.
Yeah, and that's not her fault.
It's the massive penis that puts me off her.
What?
I don't think she actually has one of those, but occasionally one is in her.
Does anybody else, when Clue defends Pearl, does anyone else get that, like, remember that movie, Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood? Well, the one guy's on my milk of magnesia.
My milk of magnesia.
Albino girl.
Yeah, the fucking OG Wayans Brothers movie.
You're bringing that up because the second part of that sentence is the devil broke the mold when he made you, and you of all people are bringing that up.
I have nothing to do with Pearl.
Pearl is bland.
She got no seasoning on her.
She's bland, and she's the same thing over and over again.
Hey, look, Clue,
I love that movie though.
Sorry, facts are facts. The woman's got no seasoning on her.
Unfortunately,
she doesn't. She really doesn't.
Unfortunately, she falls into that category. Here's the thing about gingers, right?
Well, I was going to say she's got a sprinkle of ginger.
Yes, there is no middle ground with gingers, though, right? They're either dog ugly or they're stunning. There are no mid gingers. They're one or the other, and she's unfortunately not stunning.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Now that you mention it,
she can stun something.
I mean, like Medusa, baby.
You think I mean?
She could stun a stun gun, and I'd be thankful for it.
She got smacked with the entire ugly tree, not just a branch.
Yeah, Coop says Cavalryman says Pearl does not know how to dress attractive. No, she keeps showing her arms. She keeps showing her shoulders, knowing that she has these broad shoulders. I'm like, woman, cover your shoulders, be modest. And then when she does cover them, she wears ruffles. I'm like, you're making them look even bigger. Oh my gosh.
Honestly,
yeah,
it worked better for her. She got some like 80s style shoulder pads.
Yeah. And also, we just like, dude, take care of your jock strap. Christ.
Yeah. I remember
don't let it swing.
I remember when I first saw Pearl, and I think I called Sam, and I was just like, we were just talking about her features, and I was like, bro, I'm just looking at her nose, and he was like, what? And I was like, is that her nose, or did somebody park a bus on her face?
And her hair is just so oily. I know.
Oh God!
But listen. She took the internet by flame for 1 second. She had a minute. No, Clue. No. Oh, look, he's getting mad because we're talking about his girlfriend.
Clue's getting mad for real. Yeah. Damn.
You know,
hey, look. Hey, Clue. She went to Home Depot, bought a large brush, put it on her head, and called it her hair.
Wow, I wasn't gonna go there, but she look, Clue, you got a perfectly good woman who happens to be a ginger who's way better looking than Pearl is. Like, just you're in a good position, my man. It's fine. Let Pearl go.
Yeah,
but you know what though, I don't want to upset him. Let's talk about Rachel. Where is Rachel?
You know what? She might be coming tomorrow, actually. She keeps chickening out. She keeps chickening out, but she just texted me today and was like, "Hey, what's up, spicy faggot?" And I said, "Hey, what's up, fag queen?" And then she's like, I call her the queen of fag aisle, and she calls me spicy faggot. So yeah, so she said, "Hey, what's up, spicy fag?" I said, "Hey, what's up, queen of fag aisle?" And then that was it. Then after that, we didn't talk anymore. And I was like, okay.
You know, I just thought about something.
You now, like dudes.
She's a queen lefty. Isn't it kind of shocking that she's using that word with the kind of stance that she usually takes politically and socially, and she's using that word?
Well, you know, she also likes to use the N-word too. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even know if you're even allowed to say that. She's like, I am African. Okay.
She's got the one drop pass.
She does. She's like, I'm African queen. I'm like, okay, Queen of Zimbabwe. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to get her on tomorrow. I'm gonna see. So we
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good, especially with the topic that you were
What do
talking
you
about.
mean? Mm-hmm. What do you mean? Abe. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Larry. Go ahead.
No. Go right ahead.
What do
You're his
you
wife.
mean? What do you mean? Mm-hmm. And he said everybody loves to use the N word, and he goes, mm-hmm. What are you about, Mr. Britt?
Yeah, I'm talking about all my Nigels in the chat.
I'm loving that other people are giving Abe shit for being British. This is beautiful.
Yeah, like I don't get enough of it from fucking Devil every week.
I have dreams of people picking on Abe, just like
Yes.
crowds.
Yeah. My Nigels, what's up?
My Niger.
My ninjas. What's up, ninjas?
I want to use that. I want to use that so much. My Nigers.
My Nigers, my Nigels, my knitters.
Oh my goodness!
All my people.
We've hit the end. Pretty much everybody on the panel except for Amira and myself. I think you guys got another show. So Devil.
Before we go, Devil hasn't said much.
Well, that's true.
Devil, stop yawning. It's time for you to talk. Sorry, Devil. I'm sorry.
What?
No, you need to talk about something. Say something.
Something.
I knew you were gonna say that.
There we go. Mission accomplished.
He's like, it'll be a cold day in hell before I talk on cue.
I gotta get that video from Kenzo of that little animation he did of you floating around in the that room where he talked about getting railed.
Oh, don't.
That reminds me. Hey, Devil,
Devil,
do me a favor. I need you to get Kenzo's address for me because I went over to Walmart. They've got a Swifties coloring book I wanted to send him.
Oh, dude, just send me a link. I'll buy it for him.
Dude, did
I'll
you
send
see
domestically.
what Grant attached to the freaking tweet for the pub? Sam,
did I what?
Did you see what Grant put?
Oh no, I haven't been on Twitter for a couple hours.
Here, I'll you can show it here. I'll grab it.
Oh boy,
give me a second.
That's right, Clue.
Oh
yeah.
Okay, no, I haven't seen this. I haven't watched this. That's
here. I'll
kind
put
of
it in the private chat. You want it doesn't say anything. It just is the image. But if you want to show it,
all right,
makes me look like a fucking hobo.
Don't tell him what he did. I mean, it is Grant. What the hell?
Oh wow!
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's got a.
That's AI.
I don't know.
Wait,
what I do.
Yeah,
Grant. No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
Look at.
I don't know if it's cereal or macaroni
Yes.
and cheese.
And you're kissing the dog while you didn't have to lick the dog when you eat the macaroni and cheese. You can just eat.
Yeah, Devil. God,
he's a cute dog.
Lick the dog. Look at his lips when they touch.
He wanted to make out with it, but we were just like, nah, dude, no.
Like I said, that dog's face looked like looks like a brain.
I just look freaking so depressed. Maybe because the only thing I have to kiss is a dog. Maybe that's it.
Look at the end of the spoon as well. It's like it's just floating in air.
I look so broken.
He's like kissing the dog while it's happening. Oh my!
I look like a depressed
that's it. It's just on a
person.
loop there.
It's nice.
But look, I'm eating macaroni. I'm eating macaroni and cheese or a Captain Crunch. It's one or the other in a fine establishment. I mean, it's not like I'm eating at Denny's there or something.
It almost.
It is a nice.
Kind of looks like cheesy ramen.
It's macaroni crunch. It's macaroni and cheese and Captain Crunch mixed together.
Ooh.
The dog looked like a brain.
Terrific.
When I first came on, it looked like a brain.
I was like, what the hell? We playing Metroid? You got Mother Brain over here kissing the devil.
Yeah. That's so our buddy Mr. Grant Gregory, he is here on YouTube as well. He's actually got like two, I think he's got 2 channels here on YouTube. He does AI. That's kind of his whole thing. So he writes AI music, he makes AI videos, he does all this stuff. I don't know if that's actually what he does for a living outside of
Damn
the
right,
internet,
old blondie.
but yeah, he's very, very, very into next gen AI. He's also Australian, which means that he can't fight an emu with a machine gun, but he can make some videos. So
that's why he did it, because I'm the joke I made about the emu being in the bar from last week, and he decided to get even with me.
Yeah, remind me to mispronounce that according to him a bunch of times tonight. He gets mad when I say emu.
All right, guys. All right, let's go around.
Yeah.
Around the panel. Double, we'll start
Good
with
night.
you.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night. Good night, Mira.
Good night, Mira.
See you later, man.
Yeah, check me out with Sam and Abe on the pub here in a little over half an hour, and then check me out every Wednesday on the hub for Make Me a Sandwich. Having a lot of fun with that.
Just to be clear, that's Beelzehub, not
yes, Beelzehub.
the hub.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of these days I'll start putting people's links and shit in the chat, but they are typically in the description below, except Abe's. Abe's not on YouTube. Abe's on Twitter and he's on Rumble.
I am on YouTube,
Are you
and
now?
I'm on my quest for 1 million subscribers with no content.
Okay, so that's gonna work out.
Yep. But I am active on Rumble.
Fair enough. Yeah. So why don't you let people know what you do on Rumble and elsewhere?
Yeah, you can find me pretty much everywhere. Abe's gonna get you. I do gaming streams, and we do the Hump Day Chinwag. Milk shop is closing. Damn it. We do that every Wednesday. The regular podcast that I'm on. I also appear on Rockefeller Plaza's show on Friday night. We do Team Play Tuesdays, and yeah, just if you follow me on Twitter, I'll just repost wherever I am most of the time. Okay. But I'm a bit of a hobo. I get around.
Yeah, he smells like one too.
Yeah.
It's not a personal. He never leaves his house, folks. He doesn't need to smell pretty.
This is true. This is very true.
he smells like curry and disappointment.
Right? Shattered dreams and
yeah.
Whatever the fuck passes for cookies over there.
Biscuits. They're called biscuits.
Okay. No. No. Cookies are a kind of biscuit, you fucking heathens.
No.
All right.
No.
I guess I'll go next. So I will be coming out with some new content in a couple of days. I had to get back to working on the AI series before I forget the format for it. I'm considering getting a PS5, since a certain somebody is being stubborn about getting a PC so that we can do gaming streams together. That'd be Sam.
I don't know how to keep telling you guys this. I'm not doing fucking PC gaming. I'm not a PC gamer. I don't like PC gaming. There's a reason I don't do that. It's not my thing. It's not my bag. I'm not doing it.
Folks, you see how easy that was to get him riled up? Just like how we talked about how he could put people to sleep. Look what happened to me earlier. I fell asleep. I didn't even know I was asleep until I woke up.
We did. We knew. We could tell. You were sleeping.
I had no idea. I could still hear you. I didn't even know I was asleep. But with that said, you guys can catch me right here next week. You can also catch me tomorrow on the Exile Lioness 2 channel as a moderator. If she does a panel, I think I'm going to go on. I might even cam up. We'll see. Other than that, I'll have some stuff coming out, and that is about it.
All right. I kind of wish Mira was still here, because I did kind of want to let her know this more or less in person here, but I'll text her here in a little bit. There is no Screaming into the Void tomorrow. I will not be around, and I probably won't be able to make a mirror stream because I'm pretty sure that my sister is not going to let me leave her house. I'll be crashing on her couch tomorrow night because I'm going over there to get fat and drunk with a bunch of other people at a barbecue. So no Screaming into the Void tomorrow. But we will be obviously on the pub here in a little while and all that. And then I think the next thing that I will actually be on will probably be on Adam the Renaissance Nerd's channel for Mellow Mondays, and then back here next Friday for Abyssal Musings. So keep an eye out for that. Also, we're coming up on the 150th episode of Screaming into the Void. It won't be next week. That's the 149th, but the week after that, where we're going to kind of make a long show out of it, and we're gonna kind of break down and probably mock extensively this old propaganda video about Mormons called The God Makers. So that's going to be a good time. We're going to EFAP the shit out of it, but it will be a long stream. So strap in for that. And I'm hoping to get some people on actually who haven't been on in a while too for that. But yeah, it'll be 150th episode. Congratulate us. Do it now because that's awesome. But yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. And thanks to Larry, who, especially to Larry, actually, guys in chat, you guys have no idea how much work he puts into these things. Obviously, tonight was a bit looser, but he puts in so much work, not just here, but also on Amir's channel. He's doing shit on his Night Lord channel pretty frequently now, and he's doing it all whilst being a family man at the same time. So, you know, I mean, man works really goddamn hard, and we should be very thankful for that, and I am. So
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yep. Other than that, I ain't got anything else. Thanks to Amira for popping in and having some fun with us, and to Abe for dropping in on this here auspicious evening, and
as always.
Devil and Larry, who are here every week, but we love them anyway.
Before we go off, sorry, but before we go off, Monsters Ball will return next week.
Indeed, good deal.
Well,
yeah. So we got stuff coming down the pike. Should be a good time. See y'all later, and remember, it could be worse. It could be rain and flaming cobras. Night, everybody.
Bye, folks.
Bye.